Alright, welcome back. We're going to be using the Leaking Gemstone today, and we're going to use it with the Corrupted Arbelest, all thanks to, don't remember your name, I'm sorry, but there was a comment on one of my Kinetic Shield mod build things asking about using it with that, and so I was like, yeah, pretty sure you could, throw on Leaking Gemstone. And so now I've been messing with it, and yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I have not tested it at all. In theory, we should be able to keep the mod on this thing active at all times, which I mean is not necessarily a huge feat, but I haven't been able to test it with like a boss, like single guy. I haven't taken it out in the field, right? But what is the basic idea? Keep the mod active at all times. Does explosive damage. So we're gonna be doing a lot of explosive mod stuff. Every shot is exploding. We've got minions too, because we do. It was originally a shield setup, but you know, like we've switched it up a little bit, and that's okay. So as mentioned, basic idea, we're using the Corrupted Arbelest, a little different from the baseline one. This has 8 rounds in a magazine. They ricochet, don't ricochet as much, but when you activate the mod, it, instead of doing that single shot like mod damage, it instead empowers it, and so it increases the fire rate, reduce recoil, sway, and then every disc, every impact is going to explode, dealing more damage. So we want that to last for as long as possible. It lasts for 15 seconds. Now, I didn't actually increase the duration. Instead, we just don't want any downtime. So every 15 seconds, it should be ready to go, thanks to the power of the Leaking Gemstone. Leaking Gemstone allows 20% of mod power generation to continue during an active mod. So we're going to be able to charge it up while it's active. Now, there's a few ways I've kind of looked at doing it. This is the one I'm settled on right now, which is pretty standard for like an explosive kind of setup, which is detonation trigger, increasing that explosive damage and then catching them on fire. And then because they're going to be on fire, the Stone of Malevolence is going to allow us to get more mod power generation from that elemental damage, right? I also have the Bullet Weaver in the Corrupted Arbelest. So when we use a mod, which, you know, activates it, it's got a buff for 15 seconds. The fire rate is going to be increased by 20% for 15 seconds, which it is already doing. So it's a 40% overall like fire rate increase. And then because our Bullet Weaver's level 10, we've got increased mod power generation by 15% for that weapon. So we end up generating quite a lot of mod power. So that's the setup I've got on right now to do it. What I was messing around with was using the Kinetic Shield Exchanger, where while we have a shield active, we do 25% more mod damage. Awesome. We want the mod damage up. And then we, more importantly, maybe more importantly, generate 30% additional mod power. So like we're generating a lot of mod power. So we could drop the Stone of Malevolence and then put something else in there, whether it's like the Cataloger's Jewel, Spirit Stone, or, you know, something else. Ideally, something that's going to generate shields, to be honest, because otherwise we're just going to be relying on using the Shielded Heart to give us consistent shields when we need it for like an elite or a boss fight. But that's not like a super sustainable thing to do. So ultimately, the way, like just messing around at the dummies, it just feels better to use the detonation trigger and Stone of Malevolence. Now, I should note, I was messing around with some things. So I was using things like I had the duration on the mod like cranked up a bunch, right? I had points into Chakra. I had a mod in here, like things that would like extend the duration up into like almost like 30 seconds. But I didn't need 30 seconds to fully charge the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm getting it fully charged like half of the way through the mod use. So if we activate it now, bam, here we go. We start just unloading like this. I'm listening for a sound. There it is. So I'm pretty sure it was ready to go right then. So yeah, we had a little under half of the duration left or something. Yeah, it's already ready to go. Now, this is like ideal situation where I can just sit there, unload over and over again, and it's ricocheting between 2 targets. So they're getting 2 hits and they're both burning. So like, is that going to be the ideal situation every single time? Probably not, right? But we'll see how it goes. We do, of course, have Archon as our primary because of all the mod goodness that it does for us. And with it as our primary, we get that passive generation. Cotton's Kiln. I forgot that's where it was. That's kind of bad for us catching dudes on fire, but it should be fine. But then we also have the Summoner as a secondary because, of course, you know, it just does increase mod damage, does increase explosive damage. As our handgun, we have the Nebula. It's got Harmonizer in there, so we could just be launching the like little nano swarms out, and it could be charging up our Corrupted Arbelest kind of quickly. I don't know where they're coming from. Let's see if it's actually fully charged or not. Yep, it sure is. Something I'm noticing right now. I am eating through ammo. That's kind of a problem. We could... I mean, it depends. If you're really, really rich and then you bother to buy a bunch of ammo boxes, you just use ammo boxes over and over again, right? If you do not have that luxury, we might want to switch out something here. I've got the Soul Link so that my minions are doing lifesteal, and I've got Soul Guard to give me bulwark, but maybe it would be worth it to pick up like an ammo ring or something. We could also take some trait points and put it into the ammo reserves, maybe, right? I will note too that I didn't put points into amplitude because sometimes enemies like run up on me, and when they do that, I don't care to like blow myself up. That's really unfortunate. Stagger is oftentimes what will lead to my death, not so much the damage, because I have points in kinship. So I would much rather not have amplitude for this and just rely on it doing the explosive damage onto a single target, right? Cool thing is too, because of the leaking gemstone, it's not, you know, its effects are not unique or singular to the Twisted Arbalest, so it's going to actually help our nano swarm to stay constantly active as well. Yeah, we're going to trade out this, and we are going to put in an ammo ring. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll mess with it in a second. Now we'll go full power, go to this, activate you, bang, bang, bang. Man, we are messing up our minions. Yeah, even with kinship. I really thought I could get the relic off in time. Feels okay so far. Ammo is a problem I'm seeing right now. I have swapped out a ring. We've got increased ammo reserves, so now we've got 46 shots in our reserves. And I actually swapped out one of my relic shards so that instead of having reduced mod cost, because I don't really think we need that actually, I instead have increased ammo pickups. So that should be pretty okay. So maybe, you know, like a guy like this, we really didn't have to like super unload. So we could just kind of like take a couple shots here and there. And even with that, we're already like well on our way to being fully charged. So that's pretty solid. I've kind of messed with the leaking gemstone before, but not like a ton. So I might have to do it again. Another idea you could do, right? So I mentioned using, right, detonation trigger because we're using explosives, and then using the kinetic shield exchanger as like another source of mod damage and mod generation. You could go the Lemire sensor. This one right here. Mod duration by 50%, but increase in mod cost by 10%. So that's pretty fun because like 50% more is a lot. And yes, it increases the cost, but you're like, because it's actually like lasting for so long, you're pretty set, which I do really enjoy. You could see it, all the staggers on that dude when they were getting close. That's precisely why I did not want to take Amplify. Like, can you imagine getting staggered by every single shot when they're just like a little bit away from you? I would absolutely get wrecked by something. Oh, and we just unload on them. Oh my god, they're getting... Oh, we got a big dude. Now, again, gotta remember that with the, There we go. Where's he at? With the dome, we actually get that increased mod power generation. Alright. Now we can just, I think, in theory, keep unloading onto him. Activate Nebula just to get the constant stuff there. We're really low on ammo, which is kind of annoying. But again, I've got ammo boxes, so I can rely on that in theory. Yeah, we pretty well smoked him, dude. Oh, and another dude. No wonder I was taking a lot of fire damage. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Another dude? Are you serious? I can, like, never find these guys, and suddenly I'm getting, like, multiples? Alright. I don't want to blow up my minions, but I think that's about to happen a little bit. Let's get you going. Uh-oh. This could be scary. Yeah, this is a little scary. Okay, now we go into here. We reactivate this. This will actually reload our gun, which is really handy. One minion down. Oh, God. forward. Heal again. Get ready to dodge the lightning. Okay, reload quick. I barely got any shots out on that one, which was a little annoying. Come on. Oh, Lord. There's that stagger. Gonna kill me. Cool. Let's see how Gwendil the Unburnt goes. I actually meant to summon my minions first, but that's okay. 1, 2 extra stacks of bulwark. We need to run a little bit. Go ahead and just activate the Nano Swarm now. We're going to go full strengths, right? Okay. Ads are down. Run away. Now we just kind of unload on her like that. She's taking a lot of damage. Can't see. It's nice because she can actually burn, unlike all the other dudes who we've been fighting. Get away from me. The good thing with the explosion, even though it's like staggering me, most of these guys, it's also staggering them. We can reactivate the Nano Swarm and then go like that. I think the best thing about this so far, single target damage is okay, but of course, you know, it ricochets a lot like the regular Twisted Arbalest. It really shines when you deal with like ads or guys with like lots of things, you know, lots of extra targets to hit. So I think that's when it does its best. Activate it again. Yeah, we can totally keep this up non-stop so far. I think I'm fighting, is this a Nightweaver world? I don't remember. We're gonna get to the world boss and see how it does against a world boss. Also, this is on Apocalypse, in case you weren't sure, and so you get to see how it performs there and know that it's just gonna do better on your lower difficulties. Whatever floats your boat. No shame in any difficulty that you want to play, because fun is fun. This could be pretty exciting. Here we go. Boom. Nice. Look at it just wipe out just all these like little trash guys. That's really, really fun. I like that a lot. And then even elites, I mean, just look how it's just chunking them down. Activate it. Boom, boom, boom. One true king time. I'll listen to music. Should be pretty okay. I'm a little curious. One, it's been a long time since I fought him. Oh, can I talk again? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's been a while since I fought him, so I like vaguely recall the fight. I mean, I remember the overall fight, but the like details of his attacks I don't remember. And I don't remember how in your face exactly he is. So like, I don't know if like the explosions and stuff from, oh god. Too early? Yeah, way too early. Okay. Way too early on those rolls. That's okay. I'll do better this time. Nano Swarm up. Oh, Nano Swarm up. Now we got this. Where's he at? There we go. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I was kind of hoping. So with the ricochets, it's ricocheting to his hammer, which is really good for us. Oh, I messed up that roll. That's okay. So that's pretty nice. I like that part. And then Nano Swarm's ready. Here's a nice stagger. I think we're probably gonna have to use a an ammo box in this. We're actually chunking them down pretty good. I mean, again, Nebula is like, I was like really thinking about it while I was using it there. Like, I do actually feel bad and kind of cheesy using it because it's so good. It is just so good, and I just shouldn't use it. I should do something else. But it really fits with like what I'm kind of doing here. Like having something to just passively charge up the other one. It just works. I don't know, dude. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I gotta watch out for crap on the ground. We'll just do it kind of like this. Minions are doing okay. Let's use a relic just to get our minions damage up and healing. And the ricochets and explosions on this are really making it good for clearing up the ads. The overall setup is really good for the one true king, I would say. Now. Okay, is he still... There we go. Oh no. Right, you're right. That's... Oh, okay. Okay, I remember now, right? The second one is like delay wave with the projectile. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, I got staggered. That's cool. Heal up our minions. Okay, go back over here, activate this, and start going to town. All right, now he's got modified moveset, so I need to make sure I'm actually paying attention to what he's doing. Second wave. Okay, I lived. I messed it up, but wasn't punished, so good for me. Break the hammer, break the hammer, break the hammer. I broke the hammer. Come on. There we go. Nice. I mean, I died twice. We're going to ignore that. That was me forgetting how the fight works, right? Like, nothing to do with the build, I think. That was just me messing up. This worked out really well. Like, honestly, and actually, so there at the end there, the last ways that I was traveling, no longer even using the Stone of Malevolence. Didn't need it. Did not need it at all. I mean, depending on your setup, right? Maybe you don't have the Bullet Weaver for extra mod power generation, so maybe you do want to use, like, Stone of Malevolence or Spirit Stone or something, right? So, like, right, in that case, yeah, you might need to swap out your rings a little bit. Maybe trade out the Blasting Cap ring for some more Spirit mod thing, and then you need to use a different mutator. I honestly don't know what would be really good. It's like... I mean, this could be interesting, the Spellweaver one, but then you got to use it with the skills, and I mean, it's an interesting one, but it's kind of, it takes some, I don't know. I'm not gonna, never mind. I mean, and I tried it with the failsafe. Failsafe doesn't actually increase it, right? Because it really is only trying to do a mod that is actively, like, you know, a rocket shooting out and dealing damage, not these, like, buff duration ones. Like, that one, that's not necessarily doing it. So, like, you might need to mess around and see what kind of mutator will work for you. I think Bullet Weaver works nicely because the fire rate lets you get out more shots, which is how you're doing mod damage, and the mod power generation is really good for us to make sure we're always having it active. I did think that having increased ammo reserves was like the deep pocket ring and ammo pickups with some mythic ammo pickups was really nice as well. Like, obviously I have ammo boxes, but running through a zone and then just using a lot of ammo was, you know, kind of brutal, but it worked out okay. If you don't want to use like Nebula with Nanoswarm, or maybe you don't have that, you could go with like a familiar thing and use the Harmonizer, because the Harmonizer, the big thing with it is it generates more mod power to the stowed weapon. So you could have that on and it's going to be charging up your mod on our long gun, our Corrupted Arbelest, even better, right? And so that's something you could be doing there. Yeah. But overall, pretty solid with some minions, taking Blood Bond on there, and plus the Soul Guard gets us at a 54% damage reduction, and that's not actually including however much damage the minions are taking for us. They did take a bit of a beating from like the explosions and enemies kind of being on top of them. Like, yeah, they're still taking a good amount of damage, and I mean, that is with a full stack of kinship. So, yeah, you know, you gotta be careful with these poor guys. Rugged and kinship is necessary. Definitely take kinship if you're playing with people, because, like, the stagger on this is it's so obnoxious to get caught by. Like, it's really annoying, and if you actually took, like, actual damage, it would be miserable. It would be absolutely miserable. So you definitely want kinship. Don't know that I would recommend amplitude. I don't think it needs it. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a go. One, Corrupted Arbelest is very cool. Leaking gemstone, very fun. You can do some cool things with it. I'm probably going to mess around with it again and use it on the savior, because I actually really like this savior. I know it's not the same as the the original savior version, but I do really enjoy this one as well. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get decent multiplayer stuff to show off a cleansing stone support build, but you know, people just don't want to cooperate. What are you gonna do? Take care, everybody.